Uh, First of all, namaste and a very good evening to all those who are present in today's webinar on effective teaching strategies for academically challenged students. The half-yearly examinations have concluded, and it has been observed that the performance of some students has not met the expected standards. As educators, it is our responsibility to understand the underlying reasons for this underperformance and to implement strategies that support these students in improving their learning outcomes. Now, the question arises, who is responsible for an academically weak student? A child is, an academically weak child is the product of the system and society, which consists of parents, teachers, and the school education system. A child becomes weak in studies undoubtedly due to parenting and the schooling system. We fail to nurture the nature of the child right from the formative years. We fail to create the child's interest in studies. We fail to create hunger and passion for studies. We fail to observe and monitor our children. We also fail to provide the child ample opportunities to flourish in the right direction at the right age and right time. Now, the signs and symptoms of academically weak students. Poor reading skills. An academically weak student may not read text of his or her class properly and fluently. He or she may be unable to frame words and sentences. Poor writing skills. An academically weak student may not write something properly in the class and at home. His handwriting is very poor. He or she may be or may not be able to write correct spellings and sentences. He or she may not copy properly and correctly from the blackboard. As a result, the child has poor self-esteem. An academically weak child shows poor self-image in the class. Since the child does not complete the homework and classwork on time, he or she listens to warnings or scoldings from the teachers as well as the parents. Notebooks. An academically weak student does not maintain the notebooks properly. We can observe that they are mostly uncovered, shabby, the index not properly maintained, no chapter's name is written, incomplete answers, pending work, a number of spelling mistakes, and many more. Books. When we observe the books of an academically weak child, we find almost the same problems as we find in the notebooks. A weak student often skips bringing books to the classroom regularly. The student's almanac, the way a learner maintains his or her student almanac reflects in his regular performance in the class. A weak student may or may not bring the student almanac regularly. Even if he or she brings the student almanac, the child may not write the homework daily, or he or she writes the incomplete homework. Poor body posture. An academically challenged learner avoids eye contacts with the teacher. Academically challenged learners often avoid interaction with teachers during classroom teaching. Generally, these learners do not raise questions in the class and avoid giving proper reply until and unless the teacher does not provoke them or even reprimand them for the same. Now, what are the root causes? Premature birth of a child, unnatural growth of a child, that is, maybe he or she is a late walker, a late talker, intensive and excessive shelter from parents, chaotic home environment. There are disputes between the mother and the father. There's a divorce case going on between them. Working parents. The child faces mental trauma due to various problematic reasons at home. Uh, Lack of care and attention at home. Maybe the child is younger than the rest of the students of the class. Lack of understanding the language, that is, the child is unable to read properly, therefore finds it difficult to comprehend the meanings of what is taught in the class. Frequently absent from the class due to various reasons. Health problems, sometimes lack of discipline at home, less exposure to learning opportunities, complex study material, which is very difficult for the child to understand, and last but not the least, anxiety and stress. Now, it is important as a teacher to understand and analyze the weak students in which area or subject they are lacking. The teacher has to talk to them. The more the teacher gets familiar with the strengths and weaknesses, the more the teacher can conclude and help them better and more effectively. A weak student is not the product of one day. It takes time to become a good academic performer as well as a poor academic performer. We fail to develop the right attitude and proper habits since childhood. The child starts framing wrong habits, that is, does not sit for 1.5 hours to study regularly right from the very beginning. Pending work accumulates, and gradually the child develops the habit of delaying, telling lies, etc. We find a common nature among academically challenged students. That is, they are reluctant to complete all the academic tasks, or they start giving excuses for doing things rather than thinking of completing a task. Now, how can we identify whether a student is a slow learner or a reluctant learner? Slow learners differ from reluctant learners. Uh, a slow learner initially wants to learn but has a problem with the process, whereas a reluctant learner is not motivated and can also be passive, aggressive, creating more problems for teachers and parents through non cooperation. Reluctant learners seldom have learning disabilities. It's just their habit of procrastinating things. Uh, I am going to read out two case studies. Please listen to them very carefully. The first one is Ashish loves spending time with his friends and is always up for some playful mischief. However, he consistently fails to submit his class assignments on schedule. Every week, his teacher accompanies him to the principal's office due to incomplete work. Procrastination and frequent excuses about forgetting his books and notebooks at home. His lack of interest in academic activities leads to poor results in class tests, formative assessments, and summative evaluations. The next case study, Sonam, an only child, tends to interact minimally with her subject teachers but maintains discipline in the class. She puts in great effort to excel academically but struggles to achieve high marks except in mathematics. Her parents exert intense pressure on her to perform exceptionally well in all the exams, aiming for her to be among the top academic achievers yet. So, what do we find? We find that Ashish is a reluctant learner, whereas Sonam may have some problems. She is probably struggling. Now I have displayed some sample work on the screen. On examining the sample work, it is evident that they were completed by reluctant learners. If you go through the papers, you will find that there are no apparent errors, but the work appears careless and lacks effort. Identifying students who face academic challenges in a regular classroom setting is crucial for effective teaching. For instance, a student might excel in sports and social skills but struggle with maths or reading, making it difficult for teachers to label them as weak learners. Often, behaviors such as a student refusing to participate in class discussions or showing frustration during assignments are mistaken by teachers and parents as stubbornness or disinterest, when in reality, these may be signs of learning difficulties. A thoughtful teacher observes and adapts to each student's preferred way of learning. For example, if a student learns better through hands-on activities rather than lectures, the teacher might incorporate more interactive exercises. Providing a supportive and comfortable learning atmosphere helps these students gradually develop a stronger interest and confidence in their studies. A parent, teacher, and other stakeholders don't consider the problem of low academic performance of a child. What do? Rather, they just develop the habit of complaining about the poor academic performance. An academically weak student can be changed into a good academic performer if the parent and teacher work as active partners. A minute observation of weak students and proper monitoring of academically weak students can bring about magical results. A weak student can be brought into the mainstream if we start working on the child's emotional well-being. Remember, the day the teacher starts developing interest in a child, he or she starts developing inquisitiveness and interest for studies. It becomes a great learning day for a weak student. Gradually, the weak student starts performing better academically. Every student learns differently. Some may face challenges that hinder their academic progress. This doesn't mean that they are incapable. By shifting our focus to areas of opportunity and providing targeted support, educators can significantly improve student performance. Teachers, please forget labels like failure, repeater, stupid. Instead, let us focus on identifying areas of opportunity. By understanding a student's unique learning style and needs, we can create a personalized approach to improve their academic performance. So, how can we help students who seem to be struggling? It can be done by fostering a supportive learning environment where every child can thrive. Now, we will be exploring the various strategies to empower struggling students and unlock their capacity for success. Now, what is a teaching strategy? Imagine a toolbox overflowing with various tools, each designed for a specific purpose. Teaching strategies work just like that. They are a teacher's toolkit packed with methods, to engage students and make learning interesting. Teaching strategies are your personalized lesson plans. They combine different methods to engage students, cater to diverse learning styles, and ultimately solidify understanding. Now, why are strategies important? Because a one size fits all approach simply doesn't work. By incorporating discussions, activities, and visual aids, you can create a dynamic learning environment that keeps students motivated and fosters deeper comprehension. Now, how to mentor weak students. Identify why exactly the student needs help. In order to effectively support students, it is essential for teachers to first identify and assess their individual areas of struggle. By gaining a deeper understanding of both their weaknesses and strengths, educators can tailor their assistance more effectively. Various factors can contribute to poor academic performance, such as stress and concerns within the student's home environment, limited access to study materials, lack of support for their learning needs, medical issues impacting their abilities. So, by evaluating students for such underlying issues, teachers can provide targeted and meaningful support. This proactive approach enables uh, educators to address the root causes of academic challenges and offer appropriate assistance to help students succeed. The first one is please provide encouragement. When supporting academically struggling students, it is common to resort to criticism. However, this approach can have a detrimental effect, leading to demotivation and disengagement. To uplift students, it is a crucial, uh, it is very crucial to offer gentle encouragement instead of harsh criticism. By bolstering their self-esteem, students are more likely to feel comfortable approaching you with questions and a concern. This positive reinforcement fosters a supportive learning environment that motivates students to strive for improvement. Now, the next one is concise lessons with demonstrated examples. For the topic you are going to teach, you must be very clear about what aspect of your lesson you want to inculcate in students, or what is the main purpose or goal of that lesson. Make it clear or concise as it gets easier for students and teachers to understand and teach. The involvement of demonstrated examples of each topic makes students more likely to absorb and retain the information. More examples lead to mastery of the topic. Small group discussions and learning. This is one of the best strategies for teachers to work more closely with each student. Teachers can give different activities and interesting projects based on their subject or topic and instruct them to work. This will lead each student capable of constructive plans around the assessment. During this time, students gain skills, research about given topics, evaluate, make decisions, and much more, which will help them enhance their learning and build strong skills for the future. One-on-one personalized tutoring. Struggling students often benefit greatly from personalized academic support tailored to their specific needs. Individualized attention allows tutors to adapt teaching methods to address learning gaps and cater to each student's unique challenges. By providing customized explanations and relatable examples, tutors help students grasp difficult concepts more effectively. One-on-one tutoring not only offers a personalized learning experience, but also cultivates a sense of accountability and motivation. Students receiving focused support feel more encouraged to overcome academic challenges and are therefore empowered to succeed. This personalized approach fosters a supportive environment where students can thrive academically. With dedicated guidance, even those facing difficulties can gain confidence and make significant progress in their learning journey. Engage the students in multiple ways. Understanding that each child is unique and may respond differently to various teaching methods, it is crucial for educators. It is very crucial for educators to know this. By embracing a diverse range of teaching strategies, visuals, and aids, teachers can effectively engage students with different learning preferences. Uh, a modern teacher training program can equip educators with the skills and resources needed to enhance their teaching practices. Uh, these programs offer valuable insights on classroom management, communication techniques, and fostering a positive learning environment. Teacher training programs play a vital role in helping teachers adapt to the individual needs of their students and create engaging learning experiences. By continuously improving their skills through professional development opportunities, educators can ensure that they are better equipped to meet the diverse learning needs of all students. Moreover, embracing modern pedagogy strategies empower teachers to create inclusive and effective learning environments that cater to the unique needs of each student. The next one is provide Constructive feedback. Healthy feedback is one of the most important strategies to improve the performance of the ACL. I will be using the acronym ACL, Academically Challenged Learners. Feedback tells students what they are doing well and what they need to improve upon, which helps them to focus their needs and make progress. It encourages a growth mindset. When a student receives feedback, they are more likely to see their weaknesses as areas for improvement and to have a more positive attitude towards learning. Feedback supports self reflection as well as self evaluation and helps the student to become more aware of his own learning. It helps in enhancing motivation. When students receive feedback that is accurate, constructive, and timely, uh, such a circle of appreciation and healthy feedback will help students establish an effort focused atmosphere and acknowledge their mistakes as a learning opportunity. Constructive criticism plays a vital role in enhancing a student's overall performance. While positive feedback boosts motivation, constructive feedback is equally essential in highlighting areas for improvement. Teachers must communicate feedback effectively by offering specific examples and actionable steps for students to enhance their understanding and performance. Constructive feedback should be clear and informative without shying away from addressing areas needing improvement. By striking a balance between praise and constructive criticism, educators can empower students to strive for continuous growth and development. Recognize students' effort. Encouraging students by recognizing and rewarding their efforts is a powerful motivator, especially for those who may be underperforming, and it encourages growth. Never mock the ACL, academically challenged learner, in front of the whole class, as it can make them feel shattered and demotivated. After the class period is over, the other students tease and bully the weaker students, and as a result, they feel discouraged. For this, teachers must create a positive and encouraging environment for students. I'll give you an example. If a student fails to answer, don't mock or make him feel stupid for his answer. Instead, you should talk to him and encourage and tell him about the ways to improve. This brings confidence in students. Remember, praise in public and provide constructive feedback in private to boost self esteem. Remember, Acknowledgement drives hard work. Optimize your approach to inspire students to reach their full potential. Foster a supportive environment that celebrates. Use varied teaching strategies. When developing a plan to support students who learn at a slower pace, it is crucial to recognize that traditional teaching methods may not always be effective for everyone. By incorporating various strategies like group activities, visual aids, and real life examples, educators can accommodate various learning preferences and make lessons more engaging. Interactive activities play a key role in enhancing the learning journey for slow learners, fostering active participation and collaboration. Group discussions, debates, and role playing exercises are examples of activities that can boost critical thinking and communication skills. These approaches not only help students grasp concepts better, but also create a supportive learning environment. By tailoring teaching methods to meet individual needs, educators can empower all students to succeed. Involve the parents. In the journey of a child's education, collaboration between parents and teachers plays a very key role. It is vital to engage parents by keeping them informed about their child's progress and involving them in educational plans. By sharing concerns, strategies, and ways they can support their child. And a strong support system is created. This partnership ensures the child receives comprehensive assistance, easing the burden on teachers. Effective communication and involvement empower parents to contribute to their child's growth, whether through homework guidance or exam preparation. Together, parents and teachers create a nurturing environment that fosters a child's overall development. Use appropriate tools and uh, technologies. In today's education landscape, personalized learning through artificial intelligence is a widely embraced concept. Artificial intelligence enables students to receive customized learning experiences tailored to their individual strengths and areas for improvement, particularly benefiting those who may struggle academically. By adapting to each student's knowledge level, learning pace, and educational objectives, AI tools can analyze past learning behavior, identify mistakes, and suggest lessons that align with their growth trajectory. Now, how to help the academically challenged learner? If the educator or the parent provides a lot of success oriented activities the ACL feels that he or she has somewhat learned the concept. If the educator or parent has one-to-one conversation with the academically challenged learner and asks questions on what they know about the topic, it helps to build up confidence. The academically challenged learner must be taught simple concepts in a simple way by presenting focused materials and language. This humanistic approach removes the tension or the stress level that builds up on the academically challenged learner. Always encourage the challenged learner to be an active member of the class and do relate the topics taught in the class to real life situations. The educator or parent can help the academically challenged learner to learn the lessons in simple ways like the keywords, sentences, important facts, and ideas can be highlighted. The educator or parent can help the ACL to write a short summary of the text in simple words and focus on the main points only. Draw a mind map or a flow chart. This can be done in all the subjects. They offer a visual representation of information which makes it simpler for students to comprehend complicated concepts and connections between various pieces of information. They enhance clarity and organization and aid in the clear and logical structure of information. This is one of the best strategies to improve the performance of the academically challenged learner who comprehends the primary ideas and follows the information flow. Complex processes can be broken down into smaller, more manageable parts using flowcharts. Uh, this can make a process easier to understand and less intimidating for pupils. Uh, Flowcharts help in problem solving and can help students more quickly pinpoint any gaps in their comprehension of a concept. The ACL can be asked to reframe the answers in his or her own words, and motivated to write the same. Uh, Audio recordings of what has been taught in the class can be sent to the students. The educator or the parent can include educational games, puzzles, and other techniques which suit the level of the students. These develop interest in learning new things. The language of love and care is understood by everyone. If the educator or the parent brings a lot of care and love for the academically challenged learner on different occasions, the child develops positive learning interest. Remember, the day the child starts loving the teacher, he or she will start improving in that particular subject area. Uh, Generally, the ACL suffers from low esteem and low confidence. Moreover, continuously listening to the negative criticism from various teachers, parents, they develop stubbornness and a sense of rigidness. The educator or the parent must try to boost the confidence of such children. Only then they will look forward to learning. The educator as well as the parents' positive attitude towards the ACL creates positive learning platform. The educator or the parent must use demonstration techniques and visual cues. Remember that too many instructions and teaching material may distract the ACL. The ACL can be given extra time to answer the exams or other assessments. Remedial classes can be conducted for them, but remember the others in the classroom should not waste their time at the cost of these children. Then the last one is peer collaboration. The educator must personalize the classroom. The teacher should know the names of the students and call them by their names, or pat or reward the child for any good work done. The educator or the parent must set achievable, smart goals for the students. SMART goals are a framework for setting objectives that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. This method helps create clear, actionable, and trackable goals for both personal and professional life by eliminating guesswork and providing a timeline for success. Now, I will break down the acronym and specific stands for the goal. The goal should be clear and well defined, measurable. You need a way to track progress and determine when the goal is met. Achievable, the goal should be realistic and attainable. Considering the resources and circumstances, it is important to set goals that can be achieved. Please do not set very far-fetched targets for these students. Relevant stands for the goal should be worthwhile and aligned with the larger objectives and values. Ask if the goal is important right then for the child. Time bound, there should be a clear deadline or framework for the goal. This creates a sense of urgency and helps with accountability. So, how can the teacher help an ACL, academically challenged learner, to regain the lost confidence while teaching the whole class? Through words of encouragement, increasing the feel-good factor of the child, recognizing minute progress. For this, the teacher has to be very alert. Getting him or her an applause once in a while by forgiving small mistakes, getting a seat for him or her with a student who can show empathy. If the child is absent for a couple of days and shows up the next day, make a courteous inquiry about his absence. By writing positive remarks in his or her notebooks about his improved handwriting or presentation or promptness in work, appreciating his talent in sports, extra or co-curricular activities. However, whatever the teacher does must be genuine and convey good intentions. Assessments are an essential component of the educational process. It refers to the systematic process of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting data that reflects a student's learning progress and achievement. Assessments serve multiple purposes, such as understanding the effectiveness of instruction, determining individual strengths and weaknesses, and ensuring that educational objectives are met. Now, we will delve into the importance of assessment in education and explore different types of assessments. At first, we will learn about the limitations of the traditional assessments. The standardized tests and conventional classroom assessments offer only a partial picture of the child's abilities. They lack precision, offers general grades instead of pinpointing the root causes of the academic struggles. They increase stress, especially for students who face test anxiety, provide uh, vague feedback, leaving students and parents unsure of the next steps, fail to accommodate diverse learning styles, applying a one size fits all model, overlook subtle learning styles, making early intervention more difficult. This system leaves too many students behind. It is not enough to know that a student is struggling. We must understand why and how to help the child. Now, formative assessment. This is a type of assessment that focuses on monitoring the student learning during the instructional process. The primary purpose is to provide ongoing feedback on both teachers and students, helping them identify areas of strength and areas in need of improvement. This type of assessment is typically low stakes and does not contribute to a student's final grade. Some common examples of formative assessments include quizzes, class discussions, uh, pair and share activities. This type of assessment allows educators to track students' understanding throughout the education instructional period and identify gaps in learning and intervention opportunities. Now, the next one is summative assessment. It is designed to evaluate the student's learning at the end of the specific instructional period. These assessments are often used to determine the student's mastery of the content or skills taught, and to assign grades or determine readiness for the next level of instruction. For example, summative assessments include final exams, end of unit tests, standardized tests. To effectively use summative assessments in the classroom, it is important to ensure that they are aligned to the learning objectives and content covered during instructions. The next one is diagnostic assessment. It often it is often used at the beginning of a new unit or term. This helps educators identify students' prior knowledge, skills, and understanding of a particular topic. This type of assessment enables teachers to tailor their instruction to meet specific needs and learning gaps of the students. Examples of diagnostic assessments include pre-test uh, or sometimes concept maps. Performance-based assessment is a type of evaluation that requires students to demonstrate their knowledge, skills, uh, and abilities through the completion of real world tasks or activities. The main purpose of this assessment is to assess students' ability to apply their learning in authentic, meaningful situations that closely resemble real life challenges. Examples of performance-based assessments include projects, presentations, and hands-on experiments. Now, how to assess these learners? Self-assessment is a valuable tool for encouraging students to engage in reflection and take ownership of their own learning styles. This type of assessment requires students to evaluate their own progress, skills, and understanding of the subject matter. By promoting self-awareness, critical thinking, self-assessment can contribute to the development of lifelong learning habits and foster a growth mindset. Now, peer assessment, also known as peer evaluation, is a strategy where students evaluate and provide feedback on their classmates' work. This type of assessment allows students to gain a better understanding of their own work as well as their peers. I will cite examples of the great difference in the performance of some academically challenged students. Uh, Akhil, a student with attention deficit issues, found it challenging to focus during regular classroom lectures. His teacher implemented a strategy of breaking down lessons into shorter segments with interactive activities in between. These with these adjustments, Akhil's concentration improved, leading to better understanding of the subject matter and an increase in his grades. Example 2, Bahua, a high school student, struggled with organization and time management skills, often missing deadlines and forgetting important assignments. Her school counselor introduced her to the use of a planner and taught her how to prioritize tasks. Through regular check-ins and guidance on effective study habits, Bahua learned to manage her time efficiently. Consequently, her grades improved as she was able to submit assignments on time and prepare thoroughly for exams. Example 3, Jaspreet, a ninth grade student, lacked confidence in his writing skills, which reflected in his grades. His English teacher initiated a peer mentoring program where advanced students provided constructive feedback on Jaspreet's essays. Through collaborative writing sessions and one-to-one guidance from his peers, Jaspreet gradually improved his writing abilities. With increased confidence in his writing, Jaspreet's grades in English class showed a significant improvement. In conclusion, there are several strategies that can be implemented to improve performance of the ACL. These strategies to improve performance include differentiated instructions, extra support through targeted interventions and strategies, regular progress, monitoring and feedback, leveraging technology and creating a positive classroom culture, fostering collaboration with parents, positive behavior, uh, interventions, and support. When students do not perform well, teachers often experience a mix of emotions. Alongside this reflection comes a deep sense of empathy as teachers understand that every learner faces unique challenges. While moments of frustration and helplessness may arise, these feelings are often transformed into renewed determination to help students improve. Above all, teachers remain hopeful, believing that with the right encouragement, effort, and strategies, every student can succeed. And this teacher could be you. Thank you. May I leave the meeting, ma'am?